we decided to make a game with zero communication. This is a risky endeavor. We could work for hours and end up with absolutely nothing to show for it. So let's go over the rules. First up, no communicating whatsoever. I can't tell him what my direction for the game wanted to be. He can't ask me any questions about the code base, nothing along those lines. Rule number 2, we only have 5 hours each to work on this project. And to make things even spicier, 2K9Con, my friend, has only used Unity and doesn't know we're going to be using Godot. And now a quick word from our sponsor, katanacourse.com. It's a course I made. You can make cool katanas. Go check it out. All right, back to the video. All right, so I guess I'm up first. So now's the question. What game are we going to make? Well, I've been playing a lot of this game called Rogue Genesia on my Steam Deck. It's one of those auto shooters that you just run around and your character automatically shoots at these giant hordes of enemies. Sounds kind of boring, but it's actually a blast, and I would love to make something compatible with controller support and Steam Deck as well. So let's go ahead and start there. The very first thing I did was create the player character. Now in Godot, you operate with scenes, so I created a scene of a type kinematic body 2D so we can easily attach movement code to this character. I added a sprite, a collision shape, and also a few other things I'll talk about in a second. You can download this free sprite down in the description below, but later we will be changing this sprite out. It is just a placeholder, and it's a little too close to Rogue Genesia for my liking. After not too long, I was left with a result like this. My player could run around, and whenever an enemy entered in the sphere of influence of the character, the raycast would automatically target that enemy. Now to simply add in some bullet code, and now my player could shoot projectiles at the enemy. But this isn't quite what I had in mind, so I want to take this opportunity to talk about the importance of planning out what you're creating. Now, the entire time I'm working on this project, I'm in my Notion board, just writing about the features I plan on creating and making sure that I know what it's supposed to do. Because in this instance, the targeting system will automatically go after whichever the newest enemy is in the system. It only has one raycast. But according to my plan that I wrote down, I actually need multiple raycasts that will be assigned to different enemies. So to clarify, one raycast per enemy, multiple raycasts that can be upgraded through gameplay, and this is not what I currently have. So back to the drawing board, I need to revamp this entire system. No, I'm out of time, and I did not finish. In fact, this targeting system is worse off than it was before. This is all it can do right now, and I am just dead out of time. I have to hand this project over to 2K like right now. 2K, I really hope you understand what I was trying to do here.
Spoiler alert, I had no idea what he was trying to do. After checking out the projects, one of my first tasks was to make the enemy do something. So I decided to have it fire in a spiral pattern. And due to the way I programmed it, it's very modular through code. If we wanted to fire more projectiles at a faster rate, we can easily change that right there within the Godot editor. And then I wanted to work on making the character fire projectiles too. Now, thankfully, Tao had already created the function for this, so it was a matter of creating this arrow sprite, putting it in, having a cooldown timer, and having arrow fire towards the mouse position. Now at this point, I'm over halfway through my time, and you need to understand something. I've never used Godot before, so I'm having to learn a lot of the concepts here on the fly. So I ended up polishing up the project a bit more with my remaining time, and then pushing it back over to Tao. I have no idea what he's going to think, and we really don't have much of a game here to speak of, but so far, I'm loving this challenge.
Ooh, yeah, 2K is right. We did not end up with much of a finished game, but that's okay, because if you stick around to the end of this video, you're going to see how we turn this entire thing around and walk out with a project that's worthy to be remembered in the glorious halls of Valhalla. One more quick word from our sponsor. This Katana course features Blender and Substance Painter and will teach you to create game-ready assets. All right, back to the video. We're breaking the rules at this point, and I went ahead and I called 2K. And we agreed to continue the project for one more round. But we had to flip a coin to figure out who was going to be doing it. And it was tails, so that means I'm up to finish the project and see what we can get out of this in another 5 hours of work. The very first thing I knew I needed to do was make this game just look a little bit better. So I loaded up my pixel art app and I just started making the player, which is like the squid octopus combo thing. Now I didn't want to animate this player, so what I did in Godot was just give it a little jiggle effect. It jiggles when it's idle, it jiggles when it's moving, and when it's dead, I went ahead and created a new frame just for that. And it jiggles when it's dead too. For the enemy, I went with the classic slime, and I did give it an animation frame just to make it look a little bit better while it's moving. And these slimes shoot fireballs. So as the octopus, you're shooting like these water flaming balls at these slime balls, which are shooting fireballs back at you. And thanks to the way 2K built the firing system for the enemy, I was pretty easily able to go in there and edit the rate and amount being fired and everything like that. So thank you very much, 2K. Now, this project really started to feel more alive when I added things in like the particles 2D for the trail effects, the explosions, the screen shake, and also the music and sound effects. As I added all of these things in, it started to take more and more shape. Now, if I were to do anything else for this project, I would add in a enemy spawn system and also a main menu / respawn system for the player so you can actually continue to play the game instead of just fight these predetermined amount of enemies we currently have spawned in on the map. But time is up, so we're going to leave it where it is, and we're going to be putting all of the code in a public GitHub down in the description below if you want to peek through it. Now, if you've watched to this point in the video, you clearly found this interesting. So leave a like and a comment for us. Let us know how we did, what you want to see us do next, and if there's any more content related to 3D modeling or game development you would like to see, because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm back, baby. We're making videos again, and I'm very excited to see where this channel goes. So thank you to everyone who supported me in the past, and here's to an amazing future. This has been Talamander with 2K9Con. And this was our very first Game Development Challenge video. Make sure to like, comment, and if you're feeling frisky, drop a subscribe as well.